Snatch Technique today. Glenn Weinstein here of Glenn Weinstein Fitness, and I'm going to teach you how to do the perfect kettlebell snatch today. You got a clean snatch? How's your snatch? It's the final piece in the puzzle of all the fundamental moves to do with a kettlebell, and then we're going to start stitching them together into kettlebell flows so that you know how to take these simple exercises and put them together for a workout that will really stretch and challenge you with just one kettlebell in about 15 to 20 minutes. So for the last lesson, we're going to go through a snatch technique. Now, you've learned how to do your swings with 2 and 1 hands. You've learned how to do a power swing, which is really important because as you'll see with a power swing is the kettlebell wants to naturally come over the top of your hand. It wants to keep going. The other thing we've gone through is your clean technique. Now your clean technique is the thumb down the horn of the kettlebell, twisting on the way up and creating that pocket for the kettlebell to sit into. It's a nice little cradle, thumb into sternum, elbow away, kettlebell rack position. Now the snatch technique that we're going through today is basically a combination of those 2 techniques. A powerful hip hinge to get that weight traveling upwards with its own momentum, drawing it in towards you as though you were about to drop that elbow down for a clean. But instead of dropping your elbow down for a clean, as the weight starts traveling up, you're going to pull towards you, twist your thumb externally just as you would for a clean, and push to lockout position at the top. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few reps on each side. What we're going through today is a swing to snatch technique. We're not doing it from dead position because the technique is a little bit more complicated and we're sticking with all the simple moves. So we're going swing to snatch, and I'll show you 2 ways to unload the weight. You've got unloading from the top position all the way back down into another swing, and unloading from the top position down into your rack and pushing out to a swing from there. So I'll show you a couple techniques, but basically what you're looking to achieve is a nice shallow swing with a powerful hip thrust, drawing your elbow in, dropping down and pushing out to a full lockout, okay? Thumb down the horn, it's all about rotation. If the kettlebell is going over your knuckles and slapping you on the back of the wrist, that's poor technique. Fucking wrist! That's the technique I see everyone doing in gyms, and it's wrong. The kettlebell shouldn't be injuring you or shouldn't be creating bruising on you at all. When you draw up, it's about rotation to let the kettlebell slide into position on the back of your hand. Okay, let's go through that. All right, so I'm using a 16 kilo kettlebell for this. Women, again, I suggest you use a 6 or an 8 when you get started. Men, I do suggest a 12 or a 16. Typically, if I'm training myself, I will use a 20, not a 16. But once your technique gets good, then you can start really applying more and more resistance. So there's my grip into the corner, thumb down the horn. Moving on a bit of an angle so that you can see all the different manipulations that I have to go through in order to lock that out without actually damaging my wrist at all. It's 0 impact. I can't even stress enough how there's no impact on the back of my wrist. It shouldn't be flipping over your hand at all. Now, dropping from the top position into a swing looks like this. Okay, I'll give you a couple more reps to have a look at on the other side. Pay close attention to the way my thumb rotates as I move the weight from between my legs towards that top position. Simple as that. It's a really great movement to get used to with the kettlebell. It taxes you pretty quickly, but look, there's no marks on my wrist, there's no damage, you couldn't hear any sort of banging or slapping. That's poor technique. If the kettlebell's hurting you, you're probably using it poorly. I hope this has been useful and cleared up a bit of messy technique that you've been seeing in gyms. Hit subscribe on the channel so that you don't miss out on any of these lessons. Like I said, the next video is a really cool one for you to be a part of because you're going to be training with me using the exercises that we've gone through so far. So train with me. Hit subscribe on my YouTube channel. Go over to Instagram and see how I train. That's also Glenn Weinstein Fitness, and it's the same thing over on Facebook as well. Plus my Twitter is Glenn_PT. But really, for all the important information, you'll find it here on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing. Hope it's been useful. Leave some comments in the comment section below and share it with a friend as always. Snatch!